show hitting the scene. Shit tales of Oz and foreigner dreams. Tales are crazy wild as the wind. Laughs and madness can make you spin. Shit tales roll Florida's king. The podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tune in folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast C. Shit tales roll Florida's king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tune in folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast C. Shit tales roll Florida's king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tune in folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of chicanery, shahousery, and all around what the fuckery. I am NCR News Network, joined by friend, colleague, co-host, and Mark Safe from Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. Yes, I am safe from Mar-a-Lago because we all know stuff that may or may not have been occurring at that place there. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to wherever you are right around this great world. How has your week been, NCR?
It's been there. It's been a bit of a week, but dealing with backish, but I'm fine now. Fine now, ready to keep going.
Well, it's better than me because I've been coping with the non-news news announcement from Valve.
Oh dear God. What did they do to you? What did they do to you?
They still haven't announced Half-Life 3.
Get off your asses, boys.
We're waiting for it. We've got crowbars and head crabs ready to throw at you.
I mean, hell, it's been what? Almost 30 years?
Jeez, how long has it been? Well, I'll tell you what, it's probably been... Oh, God, it's been the best part of 13, 14 years, surely.
I mean, I got a feeling that GTA 6 is going to come out before Half-Life 3.
Well, the fact that Duke Nukem Forever got out before Half-Life 3 is a disgrace.
Oh, God, I know the history of that game.
Yeah.
The one producer, or he was the creator of the game, said, it's coming out when it comes out. Now leave me alone.
Yeah, it's getting at that stage with Half-Life 3 anyway. Anyway, we're going to kick things off, ladies and gentlemen, with our usual warm-up session here. NCR, it is time.
For the morning briefing. And Grady Judd has something special to share with us.
Oh, I'm excited.
Let's talk about the opposite of our wonderful veterans. Let's talk about a certified, bona fide, pedigreed criminal who's dangerous, who's not locked up, he's stealing or robbing. That's Brock Sherrill. He's 36 from Frostproof. Do you know he has 8 felony convictions, been to state prison 2 times, and has over 58 criminal charges in his short life?
The way he's announcing it just seems like he's hyping this up for a fight.
Are we going to see this guy in the prison UFC?
My man here, 8 years in the state pen, training and practicing, 58 convictions. We are not going anywhere.
You know what? You know we could go one step further. Maybe how funny would it be with some of these guys if they did them a la Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh God, that would be hilarious.
The only question is, does Stone Cold Steve Austin come back as a special guest announcer?
He would have to, and lead scientist.
It'd be rude not to, I guess.
I mean, we would have to do that. I mean, have you ever heard his promo for Cougar Life?
Yes. Very good.
Oh, God, there's these hot babes. They want you.
But that didn't stop him. A guy's on the side of the road waiting for an Uber. He pulls up in a car and says, "Hey, I'll take you. I need a little bit of cash." And so the guy agrees and gets in the car. Bad decision, by the way. They get down the road and he decides he'll rob his newfound victim. He puts a wrench to his throat and threatens him if he doesn't turn over his bag. Well, the next thing we know, our victim is scrambling to get out of the vehicle. He is scared for his life. He's being robbed of his bag. So he jumps out the window and his cell phone stays in the car. Our detectives, which are the very best, track down the car. The lady says, "Hey, I loaned it to Brock Sherrill. I don't know where Brock is." Well, we found old Brock and we put him in jail again for robbery and recovered our victim's cell phone and property. Listen, folks, get a good look at this guy. If he's not locked up, he's dangerous, guaranteed. Have a good day.
Thank you, Sheriff Judd. But before we continue any further, a quick word from our sponsors over at Aura. Today's sponsor is Aura. It's that time of year again. Stores are full of shoppers, and Mariah Carey comes out of her icy thaw to demand her tribute as always. And with us traveling and shopping online more, we need to keep our online security safe, and this is where today's sponsor can help, Aura. Aura is an online digital security that protects your data with 24-hour monitoring of your personal data, your credit, and make sure your data doesn't get sold off to data brokers. And with it being the holiday season, we do a lot more traveling, and we're going to be on public Wi-Fi a lot.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
And doing online shopping can leave your data open to data thieves and data brokers selling off your data, and hackers and scammers trying to get your info, but you can make your data safe. Aura is offering you a free 14-day trial by clicking my link, aura.com/NCR, or scanning the QR code. You can cancel at any time. So let Aura help keep your data safe this holiday season. That's aura.com/NCR, or scan the QR code, or click the link down in the description box and start your free 14-day trial. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring today's episode. And yeah, you're going to want to make sure you have that this holiday season. It's going to be a lifesaver.
Especially considering that every proceeds from that goes to protecting you from Mariah Carey during Christmas.
I mean, you know what happened last Christmas?
Oh no, what happened?
I gave you my heart.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yes, I came in with the Whalen reference.
Get out.
You walked right into it. No.
Oh dear,
You got to admit, that was a good one.
Is wham rolling now about to become a thing?
Quite possibly.
Oh,
I didn't want to be a careless whisper.
Sorry, Rick Astley, you've been replaced.
I didn't want to be a careless whisper.
Oh, jeez. Just
before we get the coin toss, we do have an honorable mention for the great state of Florida. Just when you thought it was safe to head north.
Oh no. Oh no.
This here is a 1-year-old alligator. I rescued it last night from the Charles River in Boston. Recently, the temperatures have been dropping into the 30s.
Hey, little guy.
That's really cold for an alligator.
That's really cold for an
This is
alligator.
an American alligator. Right now it's probably around 18 to 20 inches long, probably around a year old. We're thinking we're going to probably call it Charles. Feels suiting. And I don't know if it's a male or a female yet. It's still pretty young. And it will be seeing a vet today, check out any of the medical status on it, and just make sure everything is
Where's
going
the
good. It
Sam
seems to be
Adams?
doing good. It's eating. So I was really surprised to hear that there was an alligator in the Charles River in Boston, of all places.
The tongue's actually fixed.
The first thing that went through my mind was that there's no way I'm going
Is
to
that
find
Pat's fan?
it. It's a tiny little alligator in the
Jeez.
Charles River. It's a big river. So my guess is if this guy was left out in the wild here in Massachusetts, it probably wouldn't have lasted much more than the next few days. With the cold temperatures coming in, I know we've gotten some 30-degree days. If it drops below freezing, there's very little chance such a small animal would be able to survive and handle those cold temperatures. They just don't last in the cold. They're cold-blooded, and they need heat to make their body work and move and eat, function.
That is the
What a
most
bloke.
Florida Boston thing ever.
Can I honestly say, what a good bloke.
I know. That is something I thought, hey, it was cute, it was adorable, but yet also I have a feeling that alligator is going to start drinking Sam Adams, start asking for chowder.
Well, I'll tell you what, that bloke there deserves a slab from our great sponsor for today. You can get it driving, you can get it diving, you can get it snorting a line. A hard-earned thirst needs an ice-cold beer. The best cold beer is Vaucluse Bitter. You can get it while you're doing your hair. You can get it while wrestling a bear. You can get it any old how. Matter of fact, I've got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs an ice-cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vaucluse Bitter.
Thank you, Vaucluse Bitter. You're a great friend and great sponsor.
And I tell you what, we're going to be sending a case out to that top bloke right there.
And just for good measure, we'll send a sixer to the Weed Gator. Hey,
Yes.
Charles. Come on, Charlie.
Yeah, go on, Charlie. Go on, Charlie. Alrighty. Let's do this, shall we?
I'm going tails this week.
Tails is the call, and it is Tails.
We're kicking things off with another Florida woman. Florida
Jeez.
woman.
The momentum.
Florida woman is strong. She is fierce. But not only that, Florida woman is kin to me with this story. Florida woman throws knife at boyfriend after seeing $5 payment to female friend.
Okay, I'm curious.
So, quick summary of this. A Florida woman injures her boyfriend after an argument over a $5 app payment. Allegedly trying to hide from deputies, denies a proof of a written statement to law enforcement, and has an extremely high bond. Authorities in the Florida Keys say a domestic dispute over $5 mobile app payment escalated into a violent confrontation, leaving a man injured and his girlfriend behind bars on a $75,000 bond.
Oof.
According to the Marone County Sheriff's, age 34, Danielle Banks allegedly attacked her boyfriend Thursday after spotting a $5 transfer made to a female friend. Investigators said they discovered this, what sparked the argument, turning physical inside the couple's marathon home. Police said Banks became upset and confronted her boyfriend, calling him derogatory names, and according to the arrest report, stuck him multiple times in the face, tossing his shirt at him, which deputies noticed had bloodstains on it. Moments later, she allegedly grabbed a kitchen knife, hurled it overhanded towards him, cutting his face. Wow.
All over $5. $5. I don't believe.
Well, I can understand this if this was a few years ago when we actually did have $5 footlongs. So, I mean, maybe she was hangry.
Or maybe it was the wrong amount. Maybe she needed $3.50.
Maybe she did need $3.50. Banks reportedly fled the home in her vehicle. Her boyfriend called 911, telling dispatchers that he had been stabbed in the face and that she had drove off. Near the U.S. Border Patrol agent spotted her and followed the vehicle by a nearby apartment complex. Deputies arrived shortly after and observed Banks attempting to hide by ducking inside of the car. Once detained by police, Banks denied attacking her boyfriend, claiming instead that she had threw a plate into the sink and a shard struck him from the broken dish. That was what must have caused his injuries. She then invoked her right to remain silent, but investigators noted by the boyfriend refusing to provide a written statement and did not allow deputies to retrieve the knife from inside the home. The property did not belong to him. First responders treated him on the scene before leaving with his brother. Banks was charged with aggravated battery, resisting arrest without violence, and she remains in custody in the county jail with an arraignment date scheduled for November 21st. But I know what you're going to ask. And yes, we have a mugshot.
Excellent.
So, boys, I know it's going to be cold, but if you see this woman, just don't, okay? Those pretty eyes, just walk away. Just walk away.
Just don't look. Just don't look.
Just don't look. Who is your number 10?
Well, you're going to be shocked and amazed because my number 10 this week is not Port Pirie. In fact, Port Pirie came in 11th this week.
Oh, my.
So we've got a full card tonight. 10th place is our nation's capital of Canberra, where a massive sewage leak has caused a police station tsunami.
I'm sorry, but I just have to.
Do it.
It's just not right. It's really eerie here. Something's fucky.
Not only is something fucky because it involves a tsunami, but it's something fucky as well because it is Canberra after all. The police union is calling for Canberra's City Watch House to be condemned and a new one built after faulty sewerage forced the site to be temporarily closed. The Australian Federal Police Association said raw sewage spewed out all over the place at the facility on London Circuit on Friday night. There were several inches of sewerage that was spilling out all over the watch house floor. It was making the workplace unsafe, not just for the customers inside, but also for my members who were working in that location. Mr. Caruana said the forensic medical officer deemed the watch house a health risk and instructed the on-site nurse to work from home, leaving police to manage detainees without on-site medical support. Now, apparently, it's not the first time the sewage issue has caused the closure of the watch house, and the ACT government needs to prioritise replacing the facility. Ew, 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 ew.
I mean, it's not as bad as the fatberg that caused the fine people of Port Pirie to miss out on a Bryan Adams concert, but it's still pretty goddamn bad.
No, that was Perth. That was sections of Perth.
Oh,
but yes, I know the story you're talking about. That was bad.
He did nothing wrong. He just wanted to entertain them, and that fatberg destroyed that chance.
destroyed hopes and dreams all over the world.
It was worse than the summer of '69.
It really did cut like a knife.
Yeah, everything he did for you, people.
Yeah. But that Poonami is certainly not the thing that looks good on you. Let's face it.
It does.
No. Who's your number 9?
Hold up. It's another Florida woman.
Oh, okay. For those keeping count, I'm pretty sure that from last week to now, we're sitting at 2/3 of the stories lately have been Florida woman.
Florida woman has decided to say to Florida man, hold my beer. Florida woman arrested after calling 911 14 times for a ride home and assaulting a deputy.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. So, a quick summary of this. A highly intoxicated Florida woman decided to call 911 14 times requesting a ride home. Then she struck an officer in the face, told said officer in any other situation he would probably kill her. He would probably killed her. She was charged with a battery on a law enforcement officer resisting arrest and misuse of 911 and is on another large bond. Florida woman is behind bars after the 14-time calls to 911 requesting a ride home. According to the the Alachua County Sheriff's Office, 30-year-old Bailey Johnson Graham was arrested early Tuesday morning after a deputy responded to a call from a McDonald's restaurant in Gainesville, Florida. What is it with McDonald's? Why is it always McDonald's with these stories?
It's the Nuggets. I'm telling you, it's the Nuggets.
A deputy arrived, and Graham immediately gave a false name and remained uncooperative after the deputies tried to deal with the situation. She also denied requesting them for a ride and denied making the 911 calls. Graham refused to cooperate with the sheriff's deputy, and then she allegedly went to called 911 again at a nearby Circle K, repeatedly requesting a ride home from 911. Authorities say dispatchers confirmed that Graham had placed a total of 14 suspicious emergency calls requesting transportation. Multiple deputies had warned her that if she continued to call, that they would detain her. She then strikes an officer in the face after saying, do not touch me. Get your hands off me, bitch. Charming woman. Just charming off the bat.
Classy.
Graham. Another deputy arrived and Graham was resisting arrest and placed in the back of a patrol car with her foot trying to prevent them from closing the door.
Standard practice.
Standard. She allegedly told the deputies, in any other situation, I would have probably killed you.
I don't think she has the facilities.
Again, charming woman. Graham was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, misuse of 911, and is currently in custody on bond with a $35,000 bond.
Now, I've got one thing to say about it because it sounds like she was spewing out a lot of crap coming out of her mouth. I've got one question to ask her.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I don't know if she speaks it, but I'm pretty sure she heard it with those ears.
Oh boy. I mean, she looks vaguely like one of our good friends on in the universe of YouTube, but we won't say anything because we actually like her, but maybe we'll sell her. We found her doppelganger.
True.
Actually, that's what we will say. Witch of Heart, we found your doppelganger.
And she's not so classy.
No, absolutely.
Who is your number 9?
Oh, she's gonna kill us, isn't she? Actually, which one? Number 9.
Find it first.
Yeah, true. Number 9. NCR. NCR.
Yes.
Guess what? You may pull the trigger on this one because we're going to your favorite city town.
You mean
the city of Townsville is under attack.
Townsville.
Townsville, indeed. And we got a multi.
Do it.
First off, a cowardly crook has raided a kid's toy library. I mean, that's pretty shit, if you ask me.
Why would you do something like that?
I know. What a scumbag. What an absolute scumbag. But that's not our main story. So you must be thinking, what could have beaten that in terms of being shit?
Well, what could have beaten I'm willing to guess a Gronk going to a children's toy library and messing it up?
A mayoral candidate has made a lost tourist with no English hold her campaign sign on a roadside after he approached her for help.
Oh, so somebody's going for the Daniel Jones Award of politics.
Oh, yes, very much so. A Queensland mayoral candidate says she recruited a lost international tourist to campaign for her in exchange for a lift back to his cruise ship. Townsville candidate Joanne Kuhn said she was campaigning at a busy city intersection on Tuesday when a man approaching her asked for directions to his cruise ship with the help of a translation app. In a social media post, Ms. Kuhn said she told the man, "Here you wobble board for me for an hour and I'll drop you back to your cruise boat." It warmed my heart every second I looked over and saw him waving. He loved it, she said in a now deleted Facebook post. The post included videos and photos of the tourist that attracted hundreds of comments, including some who said the move was exploitative. Votes will be counted from Saturday for Townsville's mayoral postal by-election, which is the largest full postal ballot to be conducted by the Electoral Commission of Queensland. The election was triggered by the resignation of Troy Thompson in September, who was suspended amid a Crime and Corruption Commission investigation. Geez, they know how to do it properly up in Townsville, don't they?
They do.
Townsville mayoral candidate David Kippen said he was appalled that Miss Kuhn would take advantage of the traveller. The fact that she's campaigning for mayor would have no bearing and no relevance on the visitor. You're taking advantage of someone who has no idea what Joanne Kuhn is there for. He wants to come and enjoy the benefits of our city. Townsville City Council acting mayor and candidate Anne-Marie Greeny said the move was disappointing. This is totally inappropriate and shows a complete lack of suitable judgment for someone wanting to be a leader. Another mayoral candidate, Nick D'Amito, who resigned as a state MP to run, said he had no interest in the controversy. At this time, I'm focused on my own campaign, my own vision for Townsville's future. Miss Kuhn, a business owner and former council employee, told the ABC the criticism she has received online was uncalled for. Anyone who has any criticism has to be there, should go and get a life, and honestly has no understanding of what has occurred. Go and get a life, find better things to worry about. Oh! She doubled down.
Wow.
She actually doubled down. And in the interest of fairness, ladies and gentlemen, here is that drink of water.
Oh.
And there's the poor bugger doing the sign waving.
Why does it look like she has an Art the Clown mask on?
Look how dark those eyes are. And along the eyelids. I think she's a lizard.
You know what it is? I have to channel Donald Pleasance for this. She has the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I mean, it looks like she's wearing some kind of creepy clown face. Put your finger on your screen over her eyes, and all you see is a maniacal Joker smile.
It really is. Is there a better photo of her down below? Marginally better.
She still looks like Davy Jones.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And not the singer from the Monkees.
Nope. I am convinced she is a lizard person.
She is the Lizard Queen.
Who's your number 8?
Number 8. And this one is trying to copy one of your guys' Sovereign Citizens by going for the Desi Freeman Spirit Award.
Oh dear. Why am I scared?
Florida man is arrested after a 36-hour foot chase through the swamp.
Oh, that's going to be thick swamp as well.
Yes. And instead of actually reading the story, we have video.
He's got a gun. Tonight, a Florida man in custody after a wild foot chase through a gator-infested swamp.
Does.
Volusia County Sheriff's Office arresting 37-year-old suspect Earl Dory after a 36-hour search.
Hey guys, keep your cover when we're moving.
We then have a massive search where we lock the park down. Canines are brought in, bloodhounds, drones.
Okay, this might be your next favorite sheriff.
I mean, he does. His moustache is not quite Tom Selleck, but it's still a half decent moustache. I'll give him that.
Do you know who this is?
No.
This is Sheriff Michael Chitwood.
Yep. Okay.
Not only is he he's good friends with Grady Judd, but he has the exact same mentality. This is some of the stuff he has done. One of his deputies was caught doing inappropriate things, trying to get a minor.
Yeah.
He arrested him, took in his new recruits to become sheriffs, took that deputy's badge, melted it in front of them. Like, we will never use this badge again. This
I like
is what you need to remember. Not only that, this is what's going to make you love him even more. When he's been getting troll, like death threats and stuff, he tells him, "Come find me. Get off the keyboards and come find me. You want to threaten me? Here I am." He actually arrested a guy who threatened him for trying to unalive him in Minecraft.
Yeah.
He actually sent his deputies to New Jersey, arrest the guy, and he was waiting for him at the airport. Like, yeah, I'm Mike Sheriff Chitwood.
Oh, this is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Now, here's something even better. He got so pissed off at the youth crime.
Yeah.
He said, "We're no longer going to give them kid gloves. Your kids will be perp walked. I will put their names, if I can, in the news. I will put their mugshots out there. And if I can, I will send you the bill for any misuse of 911 or resources we have to waste on them doing anything stupid."
Yeah. Yeah. I like this. I like this guy already.
Okay, so let's get back to Mike Chitwood, because he'll be making another appearance on this episode.
Boats.
That began earlier this week when deputies first encountered him while tracking down a stolen car. The confrontation turning into a chase on foot, ending at the DeLeon Springs State Park. Over the next several hours, deputies arrest 2 of the 3 people inside, but Dory makes a run for it. Body cam video obtained by NBC News shows canine units weaving through trees and trudging through mud. At one point, spotting him.
Show me your fucking hands. Show me your fucking hands. Do it now.
The sheriff's department says Dory drew a gun at them, then pointed that gun at his own head. NBC News unable to verify this against the video since Dory is not visible or audible. We were unable to reach him for comment.
He's got a gun. Drop the fucking gun.
The suspect disappearing deeper into the swamp
He's in the water.
while authorities try to negotiate.
Give up, dude. We don't want to fucking shoot you. We don't
God,
want you
what's
to
in
hurt
that
yourself.
water?
But ultimately managing to evade authorities until the Fish and Wildlife team spots him.
He had exactly what we knew happened. He had lost his pants and his shoes.
The sheriff's canine unit making the arrest and posting images.
The dog took a nice chunk out of his bicep. So if you're going to get bit by anything, I'd rather be the dog than a gator.
Oh no, man.
I just amazed he was able to elude us this long without any food, without any clothing, without any water. You know, just goes to show you when you want to avoid at all costs getting caught.
Look at him. He would have got away if it wasn't for that meddling dog.
When we're done with this, I'm going to play something for you very quickly because listening to the journalists reporting on this has just reminded me of one of the funniest clips I've ever heard. And I'm going to play it for everyone so they can enjoy it. Because there's something very distinct about the journalist in this.
You know what?
And with that, Steve,
Let's hear it. What do you got for us, Anthony?
Oh, people are going to love this. Here we go. This is from a clip called The 12th Man, an audio clip. Very funny album. This is Donny Tapp and talking to Kenny Callender.
Win at Canterbury, he's a big, bold galloper. Beautifully bred, by golly, out of by crikey, but by gee, Ken, it's a pretty open race.
By Christ, John, you're not wrong. As you said, anything up to 3 or 4 horses could win it. I hope you're wrong about by dingoes, John, because if Majestic Prince doesn't bring home the bickies in this one, well, my missus and kids could be singing for their supper tonight. Anyhow, the top weight, Super Sleuth, is at 6-1. Majestic Prince and by dingoes are 3-1 equal favourites. Regal Scepter, well, there's a bit of money around for him. He's currently showing odds at 4-1 on the tote. Society Ball, well, there's a bit of late mail on him too, John. He's currently showing odds at 5-1 on the tote, but a little bit shorter in the ring. And he's to be ridden today by Malcolm Johnson, just back from his hemorrhoid operation. So don't be surprised if young Malcolm's a bit shorter in the ring himself. Champagne Carly is at 12-1. Mr. Fix-It is at 16s. First Edition and Peach Choice at 33-1. Sister Sally is at 66-1. So too is Slingshot. Silver Shadow and Summer Haze at 100-1. And the rank outsiders, Son of Sam and Set the Scene at 660-1. So there you are, Johnny. Every fucking horse with an S in his name. What do you reckon? She's a bit of a setup?
Kenneth, me boy, if you'd gone on much longer, I reckon our cameraman would have dead set drowned.
That's good. Not Guido Hess is good, but that's still good.
There's another one of those they did later on with the similar thing where he goes, Dad, Donny, my tongue is bleeding profusely. Because it's another one of those fucking races where every horse has this is his name.
Yeah, man.
Oh, if you want to check more of that out, that's The 12th Man. Go check it out. It's bloody hilarious. But yeah, that journalist, it's the first thing that came to my mind because, that was bad.
It was.
Oh, boy. Time to move on to my number 8.
Please.
Number 8, we're heading to Burnie in Tasmania, and we've got another multi for you here. First off, we've got a feral 14-year-old kid who allegedly robbed a bottle with a knife. But our story tonight, I think some people might be a little bit hungry because the bus driver has been stood down after he went psycho at primary school kids over spilt yogurt. No, I'm not kidding, ladies and gentlemen. All over spilt yogurt.
Wait a minute, was it good yogurt?
I don't know.
Or was
Burnie
it yogurts?
Yeah. A Burnie mother of four has described her terror after her two young daughters failed to get off a public bus at their usual stop on Wednesday afternoon. The girls were on board a Metro Tasmania bus home from school during an incident in which the driver allegedly became angry and the security screen separating them and the passengers was damaged. It's underscored a group of school children, fearful of the driver's actions, exited the bus in a Burnie suburb and flagged down nearby police officers. In a statement, Metro Tasmania said the bus drivers had been stood down from their employment pending an investigation. Azura Russell was waiting with her son and daughter and their family dog at their local stop for her two oldest daughters, aged 6 and 8, to come home. She said her daughters did not get off the bus when it arrived, but two of their classmates said they got off in Acton because the driver had allegedly become angry. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is alleged from this is that it all came about because someone dropped their yogurt in the bus. And I think he's probably angry because there was one thing in particular he didn't get to have some of.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
I mean, it's a succulent Chinese meal. You'd be angry too.
Yes. Was it a succulent yogurt? Oh. Yeah, so.
Nice Greek yogurts too.
Ooh, yeah, just like a little bit of vanilla and some blueberries. Go down very nicely. So, NCR, who's your number 7?
Number 7. Florida man accused of shooting his 19-year-old son over heavy metal music.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's not very metal of him.
No, it's not.
That's not metal. I mean, but a Deerfield Beach man is facing charges today. According to the Deerfield Beach courts, on Thursday, a man was charged in the attempted murder of his 19-year-old son in a dispute over loud music. The Brevard County Sheriff's said the incident happened Sunday at the home where the suspect, Joseph Scott Higgins, located at the 200 block Northeast 8th Avenue, was extremely intoxicated. The 55-year-old became angry at his son for playing heavy metal music. The son only did this to drown out the argument between Higgins and his girlfriend. Deputies say Higgins yelled at his son despite pleas to calm down, progressively becoming more and more angry, telling his son, "I'm going to shoot you."
Ooh, that's a bit aggressive.
Oh, you think that's aggressive? Higgins then went to his bedroom and retrieved a revolver, pointed the gun at his son, and then fired. The gun did fire and hit the son in the left hand. Deputies say Higgins pushed his son to the ground. Higgins then continued to fire and empty the gun until all rounds were fired. Authorities say Higgins then pistol whipped his son, pulled out a box cutter, and slashed him in the neck. There were 12 to 14 witnesses. He is currently in jail without bond, and well, the son is in the hospital and he is going to recover. He has had to have several surgeries, and Higgins' charges includes attempted murder, aggravated assault, resisting arrest with violence, and is just an all-around bad dad. Just over heavy metal music. He looks like a thumb.
You're not wrong, actually. It looks like a thumb that needs its nails cleaned.
I told him stop playing Marilyn Manson. Then he started playing Cannibal Corpse.
Dear, oh dear. And considering that Metallica is in Australia at the moment, I don't think he'd particularly want to be here either.
Maybe it was Megadeth. But, you know, hearing that over music, only one thing comes to mind. You know, if you'd be so kind.
Ooh. I think we might have to, indeed.
Yep. Up.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
It did.
Massively. Massively.
Who is your number 7, Anthony?
Oh God, number 7 is one of the more hilarious stories you're going to find, because number 7 takes us to Campbelltown in New South Wales, and more specifically, we're going to be heading around in Raby, where a maniac mum has been arrested after allegedly assaulting a school student before falling over and knocking herself out. That takes a certain kind of special.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
The woman allegedly assaulted a student while intervening in an altercation between high school students. A parent has been knocked unconscious after allegedly assaulting a student during an ugly brawl at an Australian high school. 53-year-old woman had intervened in an altercation between two students at a school on Shuttleworth Avenue in Raby, in Sydney, police were told. Officers called about 3 p.m. also told one of the students was allegedly assaulted by her. At some point during the brawl, the parent fell over and was knocked unconscious. She was treated at the scene and taken to Campbelltown Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. An investigation is underway and inquiries are continuing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a fight. She's come charging in as the extra person. I could just hear the crowd in the background right now.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No, absolutely not. Now, to give you a bit of an idea, we do have a photo about the approximate location of where the incident occurred, and I can tell you now, around this particular corner here, there's not really much room for a brouhaha, a fracas, a honk tonk, fisticuffs, whatever you want to call it. There's not much room there between the fence and the road. You can definitely see there's enough concrete there for her to hit her head and knock herself out, or the fence for that matter. Done a decent job, hasn't she?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the fact she managed to knock herself out in the process, yeah, that's pretty special. That is pretty special indeed. Who's your number 6?
Number 6. And guess what? Another Florida woman.
Oh my God, what is going on?
Florida woman goes 107 miles per hour on US 19. Was trying to get to Little Caesars Pizza before they closed.
Jeez.
You know, I enjoy good pizza. I do. I know you enjoy a nice taste of pizza as well. But I don't think we've ever broken several laws to do so.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm just going to reiterate it now, Chicago-style deep dish pizza should be law-breaking as we speak. Honestly.
And Gia, if you want to handle this, I'm stepping away. I mean,
let's see the story.
So, a 21-year-old woman was charged last week after she was clocked going 107 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone in Pinellas County. Yasmin Irizarry, age 21, of Holiday, Florida, was driving on US 19 last Thursday around 11:52 p.m. when she was spotted by officers on routine patrol, where she was going an estimated over 100 miles per hour, according to police. The officers pulled the Kia over, where the radar had clocked the car going 107 miles per hour, according to the arrest affidavit. The speed limit on most of US 19 is 55 miles per hour. She was placed under arrest for dangerous exercise of speed without incident. She was also charged with a misdemeanor and booked into Pinellas County Jail. She was later released on bond. There is no mugshot. But according to this, all because she wanted to get a hot and ready from Little Caesars.
Oh,
I mean, it's $5.
Food makes people do weird things.
This is true. Who is your number 6?
Oh God, number 6. Oh no. Oh, I really don't want to have to do this one. Number 6 takes us to Mildura in Victoria, where a Gronkess has been accused of stabbing staff with a syringe during a shoplifting spree. And I've got a photo of her in the background. You're going to look at this and just go, what the actual F? A young Mildura woman accused of stabbing 2 retail staff members with a syringe when confronted over clothing she had stolen from a shop has been released on bail, having previously been denied. The Mildura Magistrates Court, her 21-year-old Delilah Johnson had gone on a 10-day crime spree across various retail outlets in Mildura at various locations, including one particular point where she assaulted a staffer with a syringe while attempting to steal activewear from a sports store. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I can also confirm, I just want to point this out, ladies and gentlemen, she's 21 years old. She's a mother of 2. And because I want to make sure that everyone gets an equal opportunity to be named and shamed and shown around, here is a photo of Delilah in the background.
She's not that bad looking. I mean, she's quite a looker, but I don't know, darling. Yeah.
Crazy eyes warning.
But to be fair, how many of my exes are crazy?
Not the point. The eyes are a dead giveaway, aren't they?
Yes, but, you know, when it comes to me and crazy women, only one thing comes to mind.
Let's get busy.
I have only got. Oh my God. Seriously, I've only got one response to that.
Stop it. Get some help.
No.
Oi!
No.
Did you cut me off on that?
No, I didn't.
But she was she's allegedly stealing activewear.
Maybe she's trying to get the activewear to try to catch me. We don't know.
I'm sure she could have organized a sugar daddy to go and buy it for her.
Quite true.
Stealing activewear, that's weak. It's weak sauce. What's your number 5?
Number 5 is a bit of a shitty situation here.
Oh, jeez.
Florida man hides in porta potty after stealing car and attacking workers.
Oh, that's a stinky situation.
Hiding in a Florida porta potty. Only one thing comes to my absolute mind.
That's nasty.
Yep. Yep, very much so.
A Florida man's allegedly stolen a construction worker's SUV, then tried to run over said worker during his escape, hides in porta potty with his pants removed, wielding a wooden stake before being tased by officers in a brief chase, and is facing multiple felonies and has an upcoming court date next month. This bizarre incident happened in Samble, Florida, ending with a man hiding inside of a portable toilet after allegedly stealing a construction worker's car, attempting to run him over. The incident allegedly occurred after 43-year-old Joseph Mucinex. I have to double check this name. I have to. This can't be right. Oh, Molnix. I'm sorry. It's spelled just like the pharmaceutical product Mucinex, but was arrested by the Sample Police Department on October 27th after a chaotic chain of events began around 4:16 p.m., where officers reported a stolen vehicle nearby construction site off of coast of Cape Coral. The construction worker told police that our 43-year-old suspect stole his Nissan SUV, tried to run him over, then he jumped out of the vehicle, ran from police. Short time later, the Lee County Sheriff's received the calls of the suspect matching the description. The parked Nissan at another property before he fled and ran into a porta potty, where police found him with his pants around his ankles.
Jeez.
Not only that, he decided to, and this is the funny thing, he was wearing gray sweatpants in the porta potty while wielding 2 wooden stakes, trying to attempt to flee the deputies after they used a taser on him. Oh, good Lord. He was transported to the hospital for evaluation, later booked into the Lee County Jail, where he is facing charges including grand theft auto of a motor vehicle, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and criminal mischief. But here's the surprising thing. My man literally looks like a Marvel superhero.
Let's see it.
You cannot tell me that does not look like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool right now.
That is one of the biggest foreheads I've ever seen. That is a massive forehead.
There's no forehead. That's just all head. But do you see it, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And just so you know, I'm I'm not hiding anything. I'm going to pull this up and just get a good comparison picture. Okay.
I'm scared.
Now, we saw the suspect, right?
Yep.
Now, this is Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Look at the face. And then remember our man's face.
Yeah, I'm picturing it already. You're not wrong. It's
that man, stunt double. Double
Deadpool. Yep. Doppelganger.
That's Florida Pool.
Yep. I like that. Oh, I do like that.
Florida Pool. He's just a dirtbag. Who is your number 5, sir?
Well, to be honest, I mean, it's about time that Florida man did something. So, very quiet so far. Number 5 takes it to Newcastle in New South Wales, where a straight-out arsehole has been arrested for assault after allegedly yanking a wheel off a woman's wheelchair. Now, originally, I didn't have anything set up for this, but I think it's clear what everyone is now thinking about this guy.
Oh, well, you can kindly go fuck yourself.
Indeed.
Newcastle police have charged a man after he allegedly assaulted a woman in a wheelchair on the weekend. At about 2:20 a.m. on Saturday, the 1st of November, police were called to King Street in Newcastle West following reports of an assault. Officers attached to Newcastle City Police District attended and were told an unknown man had allegedly pulled the wheel off a wheelchair, causing the user to fall onto the ground before he ran from the scene. The wheelchair user, a 23-year-old woman who lives hearing and sight impairment, was treated at the scene for minor injuries. Following inquiries, police attended a home on Turton Road, New Lambton, about 6:50 p.m. yesterday, where they arrested a 23-year-old man. He was taken into Waratah Police Station, where he was charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and he was granted strict conditional bail to appear at Newcastle local court. He did that on Thursday. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the good people at NBN News, we're going to give you what happened on the day. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
For Blake Fraser. Blake, anything to say, mate? Who wasn't holding back. Make about the and in no mood to talk. Amid allegations he assaulted a woman with a disability. Fraser is accused of pulling a wheel off her wheelchair outside a Newcastle nightclub earlier this month. The 23-year-old woman, who has sight and hearing impairments, fell to the ground and suffered minor injuries. Today, Fraser fronted court for the first time, his hearing over in a matter of minutes. The court heard the incident was captured by security cameras, and while Fraser's case was adjourned today, he'll need to enter a plea when he returns to court next month. In the meantime, the 23-year-old remains on bail. Tyson Cottrell, NBN News.
I hope they throw the book at him.
I hope so too. What a classy bloke.
I mean, I've got some friends who are disabled, and one of them has to use a wheelchair, and they're a sweet person. And for somebody to do something like that, I just want to say, you know what? I'll pay the gas, I'll pay the plane ticket. Let's take him on a tour of the wood chipper.
I think he's in for the tour for the wood chipper.
You know,
he's not quite in, but we'll get him in the splatter zone.
Yeah, I mean, although my number 4 might earn that trip personally.
Oh.
Yep. Florida man pulls knife and then tells woman and son that he would cut their throats.
Oh, that's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah. A Florida man is accused of threatening a woman and her 9-year-old son outside of a Miami hotel, frightening the young boy after running for safety as he was shouting, Somebody is trying to kill us. Oh.
Oh boy.
Get it ready. Just start gassing it up. 38-year-old Jorge Felix Laura Diaz allegedly confronted the pair at a nearby hotel in Miami on Friday afternoon, armed with what witnesses called a long brown knife.
Mm-hmm.
Police say was looking for the woman's husband when he approached her and her child around 4:20 afternoon, speaking Spanish, and made violent threats. "Where's your husband?" He repeatedly asked her before pulling out the knife and warning her that he was going to cut her and her son's throat. Moments later, the husband emerged from the hotel lobby, saw him holding the weapon in his right hand, and yelled that he was going to kill him, then grabbed a small bicycle in self-defense as the suspect advanced towards him. Diaz later fled the scene, according to authorities. Surveillance footage reviewed by investigators showed him holding the object and behaving aggressively towards the mother and child. Authorities did not recover the knife. The victims later identified him in a lineup after he was arrested, where he had noticeably changed clothes when they found him. Diaz, who was also a guest at the same hotel, was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Authorities say this, he had not disclose the reason for the confrontation or why he was searching for the husband. But yeah, we're gonna show this bloke. We're gonna show him because
while you get that ready, I think there's one thing I can say about that entire situation.
Buddy, shit just went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, this man right here.
That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts.
I know, but what can we do? Who is your number 4, sir?
Number 4 takes us. Well, we've already had Townsville, NCR. I'm very happy to say we're going back to Queensland and we're going to your other favorite spot.
Good old Goldie.
Yeah. And I got a multi for you.
A multi from Goldie?
Yes. First off, we got a Gronk who punched out a bus driver in the head after he fell asleep in the bus and missed his stop. I mean, that's pretty shitty behavior.
Yeah, I can understand being upset, but why would you need to punch somebody? That's on your own.
A tradie has been sentenced for drunkenly jumping up and down on his mate's utes and pissing in the tray. I mean,
had those once many Vaucluse bitters at lunchtime. That's all.
But our main story, NCR. Can you please get this? Can you please get Bad Cops teed up? Because police in the Gold Coast have been ordered to pay a bloke $10,000 for refusing to let him do a medicinal bong rip before an arrest.
Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Springfield cops are on the take. But what do you expect for the money we make? Whether in a car or on a horse, we don't mind using excessive force. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops.
Okay. A medicinal bong rip. Okay, let me hear the story.
A man refused the right to have his medicinal cannabis prior to an arrest will receive a $10,000 payout from Queensland Police. Alan Harding, who lives on the Gold Coast, successfully filed an indirect discrimination case against the police service in the Queensland Civil and Administrative Tribunal. He claimed police officers had prevented him from taking prescribed medical marijuana for hours, both in his home and while in custody. On November 18th, police visiting Mr. Harding's home at about 7 p.m. while investigating him over an alleged criminal offence, which was not detailed in the tribunal's findings. The tribunal heard that two officers, a man and a woman, stopped him from taking medicinal cannabis, which he usually smoked throughout the day in small increments. Mr. Harding had been prescribed the legal substance consumed using a water pipe, bong, for impairments including ADHD, PTSD, a slip disc in his back, and oppositional defiance disorder. But despite Mr. Harding explaining several times, he was denied the medicine at his home. This included one incident heard by the tribunal where he was walked into an area within his home and started to light up a water pipe which had the medicinal cannabis. The police followed in behind him. The female officer immediately told him that he could not do that and went to take it away from him and did so, thus preventing him from taking the medication. Mr. Harding was detained and taken to Southport Police Station. During the journey, he repeated he had a prescription for medical marijuana. In his findings, tribunal member Peter Rooney, KC, ruled in favour of Mr. Harding for his claim of indirect discrimination. I find that the two police officers did not permit him to take his medication when he was at his house before he was transported to the police station. That this constituted indirect discrimination. I also find that the applicant was prevented from taking his medication whilst in police presence or custody for a period of approximately 5.5 hours, and that this also constituted indirect discrimination. As a result, he ordered Queensland Police Services to pay Mr. Harding $10,000, describing it as a reasonable reward after the suffering caused over the 5 hours. During the tribunal, Mr. Harding also claimed he'd been mocked by officers when released on bail. Now, I just want to say that, ladies and gentlemen, that, I don't necessarily have a problem with medicinal marijuana. There are use cases for it, and I don't have a problem with it. What we are seeing with this, if I could be serious for a moment, is that there's still a long way to go about how this is administered correctly when it comes to dealing with the police. Having said that, once presented with the evidence, Queensland Police, NCR, clearly have not followed their due diligence on this, and really just went on a bit of a power trip.
They clearly did.
So yeah, Queensland poll, congratulations. You overreached. Someone who legitimately needed to use medicinal marijuana made him feel like an idiot, and now you're going to pay $10,000. Congratulations, dickheads. Who's your number 3? Who is your bronze medalist?
And making their way back to the main stage, guess who it is?
Oh, don't tell me it's another Florida woman.
Naked Boca Raton, Florida woman charged with bizarre bagel robbery.
Hey, did you say naked?
Troy?
I'm Troy McClure, and I'll leave you with what we all came here to see. Hardcore nudity!
Oh, bagels. Naked bagels.
A Boca Raton, Florida woman is facing multiple felony charges following a bizarre burglary at a downtown West Palm Beach bagel shop that ended with an escape from police car. Yasmin Abba, age 26, was arrested with charges of burglary, felony possession of fentanyl, and prisoner escape, and giving a false name to law enforcement officers and possession of drug paraphernalia. Already an overachiever. Police were flagged down by employees of a bagel shop on the 300 block of Burmer Street around after 7 p.m. on November 3rd. The restaurant was closed for the day, but the employees were walking by and noticed somebody inside the shop. The owner went inside, and according to the police report, obtained by the Boca Raton News Now, they found Albert drinking orange juice, wearing a storage jacket. The owner told police that she was nude from the waist down and was splashing water on herself in the bathroom. Stating she just needed to take a shower. Reporting officers detained her. During the search, they found a glass pipe that was burnt with residue in her shoe, a small baggie in her backpack that had a substance. The baggie with 0.2 grams on the field test tested positive for fentanyl. Good old fentanyl.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Admitting that the drugs were in her possession was indeed fentanyl, and confessing to entering the unlocked store, she then provided her sister's name to police. And the drama continues after her being arrested. While she was placed in the back of a squad car, she complained about being cold, and the officers lowered the rear window, turned off the air conditioner to accommodate her. At that point, she attempted to slip out of her cuffs, climb out the window, and flee. Impressive. Shortly after, she was taken to the ground by a nearby Good Samaritan, and she was taken to the hospital completely nude. She was booked into the Palm Beach County Jail, where she remains on hold with a nearly $20,000 bond. She has listed her apartment in Boca Raton as her home address. But wait till you see the mugshot. Yasmin, girl, do better. Do better. Do better.
Oh, crazy eyes are back.
She's got crazy eyes.
Oh. One look at you and those daggers fly up. You've got crazy eyes. I don't come up with that just then.
We just have fun with it. That's the beauty of the show. We have fun.
This is true. This is very true.
Who is your bro?
Oh boy. We're off to Bolton, ladies and gentlemen, in New South Wales. No, it's not. No, please don't. Do not start singing, ladies and gentlemen. Because if you do that, I'm going to be asking that. I'm going to be saying that, there's no way we would be lovers when we can't even be friends, okay? Don't start. Do not start.
Fine.
Bolton points in New South Wales up around Lake Quarry, but this is insane. A menace has managed to crash a car into a Rural Fire Brigade's garage and steals the fire truck. Now, you might think that that's bad enough, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
He drove the fire truck 220 kilometers to a Victorian Army base with lights and sirens on, got the tires spiked.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Surely that's the end of it.
It has to be. How?
Now, the tires spiked on the fire truck. He steals a security guard's car and then gets the tires spiked on that car before he's finally arrested.
Well, this was a dude.
It's one guy. Did it all.
Did he do it for love?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I mean, because when a man loves a woman,
oh, God. Victorian man Jacob Walker, 31, has been arrested after allegedly stealing a fire truck from southern New South Wales and crashing it near an army base in Victoria. Police said a man crashed a car into the Bolton Rural Fire Service garage near Geraldary and stole the truck before 9 p.m. on Wednesday. The truck was then driven with the lights and sirens activated on the Newell Highway through Geraldary and Toowoomba with New South Wales police in pursuit. New South Wales police officers terminated their pursuit when the truck crossed into Victoria, with Victorian police taking over. VicPol said the vehicle was driving at the speed limit but did not stop. It then bypassed Shepparton in Victoria's north, and stop sticks were successfully deployed along the Goulburn Highway. The truck was then driven onto the Puckapunyal Army Base, which, if those people were wondering, is actually the same area where Desi Freeman is currently running around in. As the tires deflated and the vehicle stopped, the driver exited the fire truck and then allegedly stole the unattended vehicle of a security guard on patrol, driving it further onto the base before stop sticks were used again. Mr. Walker from Hamilton was arrested in Puckapunyal, about 230 kilometres from Bolton, and taken into custody. He was charged with a number of offences, including carjacking and 2 counts of theft of a motor vehicle. He appeared in Wangaratta Magistrates Court on Thursday but did not apply for bail. The matter has been adjourned until December. Wow. And just to kick things off, ladies and gentlemen, some of the pictures that occurred from this particular story. First off, that's the fire station where the fire truck was stolen from. It's not, the Rural Fire Station is a volunteer service. They've got a lockup for the truck. And the truck would look something similar to this. Just a Category 1 tanker for fighting spot fires. Nothing serious.
right?
This is the damage that was caused in the fire station. You know, that's a little diesel generator and a couple of solar panels. So, you know, he's rammed into it properly to steal the bloody thing. And then he's driven it to the army barracks in Puckapunyal. That town just can't take a trick, can it?
They can't.
So the captain, if you happen to be around there, we'd love to get your thoughts on that. But Jesus Christ, oh my God. It just kept going and going and going. NCR, who is your silver medalist?
Well, silver medalist for Florida. A Florida man under the influence of drugs arrested after trying to eat food off of a plate of a guest at a New Jersey hotel.
Okay, I don't know whether I should be creeped out or if this is slightly kinky, but I'm confused.
Okay. Morris County, New Jersey. A Florida man who tried to eat the food off of a plate of another hotel guest and then tries and then tries to stab a police officer with a pen, is arrested. The incident happened on October 14th at the Handover Police Department. Were called at the Marriott Hotel on Route 10 following reports of a man later identified as Michael Markle, age 37, of Miami Beach, who was trying to eat food off the plate of a hotel guest and was refusing to leave. When police tried to detain him, he resisted and had a unkept hypodermic needle fall out onto the floor, or police say, During the struggle, he had picked up one of the hypodermic needles and attempted to stab the officer.
Oh my god! Another needle stabbing attempt.
Officers pepper sprayed him, handcuffed him, and arrested him. Guess what? When he was taken to the hospital and treated for his injuries, they did a drug test.
Because of course they did.
And guess what? Our friend was charged with the following. Get your bingo card ready. Trespassing, obstruction of law enforcement, being under the influence of CDS, possession of methamphetamine, resisting arrest, possession of a weapon for unlawful purposes, 3 counts of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer.
Did you say methamphetamine?
Yes.
Drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad. Because drugs are bad, okay? It's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs, okay? That'd be bad. The drugs are bad, okay?
But Florida man migrates to New Jersey and still causes shenanigans.
Jeez, wow. And you know as well, the people in New Jersey, they don't fuck around with this kind of stuff either.
Oh no. A lot of them happen to work in waste management, so
I mean, the guy should be thankful he didn't run into AJ Lee, because let's face it, crazy Puerto Rican chick has been known. Then they are known to shank a bitch every now and then.
True.
Yeah,
and knowing who her husband is,
yeah, he'll probably join in.
Yeah, but who is your silver medalist?
Oh boy. We're off to my hometown of Sydney in New South Wales, where we've got a couple of stories for you. First off, the first one we're going to do, and we're not going to be going too much into it, because police have authorised neo-Nazis to protest outside Parliament about their tiny little penises. Boo.
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 All of you.
But our main story, a psycho has been charged after allegedly throwing a spear at cops and stabbing one with a sword.
Wait a minute. Sword and spear.
Yes.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
A man has been charged with 2 counts of attempted unaliving of a police officer. You see how far I had to push myself? Attempted unaliving. The 20-year-old is accused of launching at officers and stabbing a constable with a sword during what was meant to be a routine welfare check. Police arrived at the property on Werribee Road at Grasmere, where it is alleged Andrea Surach threw a spear at and stabbed a 28-year-old probationary constable with a 50-centimeter long sword. Despite his injuries, the officer managed to keep the man down before the 20-year-old was tasered and arrested. The constable from Camden was treated at the scene for a 20-centimeter long cut to his leg and was airlifted to Liverpool Hospital. The probationary constable has undergone surgery today for the stab wound. New South Wales Police Superintendent Paul Condon praised the actions of police in the confronting situation. Their actions and bravery and courage and maturity of these people have shown as junior officers as amazing. Andrea Sarachi was taken into custody while a knife, a hatchet, and spear were also allegedly seized from the family house. Sarachi was charged with multiple offences, including 2 counts of attempted unaliving, 4 counts of wounding a person with intent to resist or prevent arrest, wounding a police officer in the execution of the line of duty as to actual bodily harm. The 20-year-old is set to front Parramatta local court. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was a genuine attempt at an unaliving. So, and just to show you, here are the photos of this absolute cretin. There he is, first off. A tie.
He looks like a weeb.
Yeah. And a cross, a crucifix on his necklace. Claims to be a man of God by the looks of it. Nah, mate, no. Nah. I don't think you have the facilities, mate. But then check this out.
Oh, dear God.
That looks like a cutlass. And there's the spear.
That's not a cutlass.
What is it?
That's a dagger.
That's just a dagger.
Yeah. But that does look like yeah, looking at that's just what would be considered a double-edged straight dagger. And I'm saying that because it looks by the design of the sheath, but with that spear, that's just a typical carrier spear. Do we have a picture of the sword? Because
No, we don't. No, we don't, unfortunately.
Mm.
There's the guy being carried off. Although, hang on, let me see if there's anything in the news story that did come up in terms of what it could have been.
Okay. That is a long sword right there. That is a I don't know if that's the actual one, but what they're posting is a picture of a long sword, and that is it's a pretty heavy weapon. It's a dangerous weapon. You know, I collect them myself, but never had to use them.
Oh, not great. Not great at all.
No. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
We're heading for the gold medalist back to Volusia County, thanks to Fox 35.
Yes! Roll that clip. Do it. Do it.
Hold on.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. We haven't had Fox
I'm
until
your moderator,
now.
Larry King. Now a word to our audience. Even though we're being broadcast on Fox, there's no need for obnoxious hooting and hollering.
This is the ultimate power play, and why you're going to love Chitwood even more. Volusia County Sheriff buys billboard in New York Times Square. Move to Florida, work here. Let me share screen because we've got video.
Sunny Florida is waiting. That is actually the message from Volusia County Sheriff to police officers in the Big Apple this morning. Sheriff Mike Chitwood has a new ad that's playing in New York City. In fact, it's playing in Times Square.
And he is doubling down on his message to New Yorkers following the election of Democratic Socialist Zoran Mandani as their mayor. Marley Capper is in studio this morning with more from the sheriff. Hi, Marley.
Okay, I got to give some context here. So, Mayor Zodani is a Democrat socialist who, and these are what he wants to do. He wants to defund the police. He wants to delete the gang database of known gang members. He wants to cut the police. He wants to take away New York City residents' firearms. And a lot of other crazy socialist, communist kind of things, because he admits he is a communist and a socialist.
Right.
So a lot of the cops are like, you know what, we're not going to stay. You know, we're going to leave. Hearing that, this is what Sheriff Chitwood decides to do.
Morning, both of you. You know, Sheriff Chitwood says that a new billboard will be shown 80 times a day through the end of January. The message tells New Yorkers, hey, if you're looking to leave the city, Florida would love to have you. The billboard reads, Dear NYCPD, sunny Florida is waiting. Another panel says, serve a community that appreciates you. The ad features a QR code that links directly to the sheriff's online application. And the sheriff says it may take some time to see a response and says the billboard was strategically placed.
I think the ironic thing of it all is when you come out of the police station at Times Square, that billboard staring you right in the face. People might not come right away. They probably want to wait what's going on. You know, the NYPD doesn't have a contract, so they're going to wait a little bit. We want to put it on their mind that we want good cops down here in Florida.
The sheriff says the message on the billboard will change weekly and that other law enforcement agencies have actually signed on for the campaign. It's being funded through the Volusia Sheriff's Foundation, which means no taxpayer dollars are being used for the ad. Reporting live in studio, Marley Capper, Fox G5 News.
Okay. You see why I made this number one?
Banter. That is pure banter.
That is a ballsy play. That is MVP right there.
That is MVP. Without a doubt, that is MVP. Congratulations.
Hey, we're going to put it right in the middle of Times Square, right in front of the police station. I want that particular billboard slot. And it's going to run from now until the end of January. 80 times a day. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I'm wondering if Polk is going to jump on board with that. Like, I mean, that is my gold medalist, Sheriff Chitwood, and the ballsy play.
That is magnificent. That is. I will concede that MVP has gone to Sheriff Chitwood.
Who is your gold medalist, sir?
We've done Sydney, we've done Gold Coast, we've done Newcastle, we've done Campbelltown, we've done Townsville. There's one perennially shit town we haven't done yet, and it's my number one for this week.
Are we going to the Northern Territory?
Yes.
Let me get my bourbon.
We're going to Alice Springs.
God. Alice Springs.
I know. It's just like, we can't have anything nice. First off, we've got feral adults and kids pelting ambulances with rocks during a medical emergency. A Gronket knocking over an elderly man and stealing his phone during a home invasion. But our main story, two off-duty cops managed to stop a shopping center machete attack on an elderly man by a young Gronk in an ankle bracelet. Oh, for God's sakes, I am really getting sick of this.
Have you ever tried simply turning off the TV, sitting down with your children, and hitting them?
You know, this is going to sound a little controversial on my part, but has Alice Springs and the Australian government just thought about, you know what, why don't we make an example out of one of them and just, I don't know, locking them up for life or throwing them into a wood chipper or forcing them to handle whatever extremely dangerous wildlife you guys have around the corner?
Oh, believe me, this is going to make your blood boil, this one. I mean, this is worthy of... This is almost up there for Golden Turtle. I think I've won the Golden Turtle Award, but I don't know which story I'm going to win it for. That's the problem. Northern Territory Police have arrested two teenage boys aged 14 and 17 following a machete attack in an Alice Springs shopping center on Monday. It is alleged both teenagers were involved in the incident, with police alleging it was the 14-year-old boy who was armed with the machete. He's 14 years old. He's 14 years old. A police spokesperson said emergency services received reports from the Yeparinya shopping center on Hartley Street at about 12:10 p.m. They said members of Strike Force Viper and General Duties officers attended the center and the boys had already fled the scene. No injuries were reported to police. The spokesperson said the incident at the shopping center allegedly followed a previous disturbance and investigations were ongoing. They said the 14-year-old was expected to face charges of recklessly endangering life, going armed in public, breaching good behavior bond, and property damage. The 17-year-old expected to be charged with recklessly endangering life. Both boys remain in custody. A witness told ABC they were walking past the shopping centre Sued Court when they saw a youth throw a chair at a man they understand was a security guard. The young fella came out, pulled out a machete from out of his pants, down the side of his pants, and tried to swing it at one particular security bloke. I think about several people, including security, were trying to disarm the youth. The witness said the youth fell to the ground while waving the machete, which struck the man during the melee. They did manage to identify the person, the two people of interest, about age 14 and the other one age 17. However, the good news is that the whole incident could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for the actions of two off-duty female police officers who managed to thwart any further attacks, and these two women have been recommended for bravery awards.
Good on them.
We do have footage of the incident. Be warned, I'm going to do my best to show as much as I can, but I may have to pull out at certain points if it starts getting a bit much. So here's the CCTV footage. They're the kids. There's the attack there. There you go. There's the fall over. There's that woman there. That's one of the women there who's off-duty police. Good on her.
Definitely good on her for doing that.
She may not get MVP, but she deserves an honorable mention.
She deserves a case of Vaucluse Bitter.
Absolutely, and she deserves that commendation as well for the bravery that she showed, trying to take on a 14-year-old kid armed with a machete. Alice Springs, seriously, stop being the asshole of Australia.
I mean, there's a lot of people who could take up that mantle. Do you guys always have to take it?
I reckon I'd be very curious to see how far it's going to go, but I reckon, Alice Springs could well be on its way to being the shittest town of Australia this year, which, of course, last year, as you know, went to Townsville.
True, but nothing beats Port Pirie being the horniest town of Australia.
This is true. Well, that's the end of another episode, NCR.
It's been a wild week. Florida woman being more aggressive than the Florida man this year so far, and alligators up in Boston enjoying some chowder.
Chowder.
It's pronounced chowder.
Chowder. Say it right. God, that sounded bad, didn't it?
I'm Bear Quimby. Give me money. And on that note, folks, I am NCR News Network.
I'm Anthony Caruso.
And we will see you all next time.